Hello Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and Cross Watcher. I'm Simone with Cards and Crystals. This is your timeless love reading, Pisces, meaning whenever you're seeing this message is the time that it's relevant for you. So to get ready for this reading, I'd like you to take a moment to think of a color and imagine being wrapped in that color like a blanket. Keep that color blanket wrapped around you for the duration of this reading. And if you'd like, leave a comment letting me know what color you chose and how it made you feel. We'll begin your love reading by clearing the energy using the singing bowl. And now we'll move right into your angel number. This is feeling like a natural break in the cards. 777 alignment. Your progress is recognized and alignment is here. It is within your reach. The whisper is reminding you to stay the course and feel Source working through you. Your gifts are being recognized. Your affirmation: I blossom and bloom as I use my gifts. All things simply align as I feel the feeling of the divine. Love that. Okay. Let's jump into the tarot for the Pisces collective to see what messages are in your energy right now when you're seeing this message. I'm using my very old and very loved Mythic Tarot deck. I probably need a new one. And a Celtic cross. Universe, what love messages do you have for Pisces right now? Okay, Pisces, here we go. Your significator is Judgment. Your crossing card is the Page of Swords. Your subconscious, Eight of Pentacles. Recent past, Six of Wands. Conscious goal, Death reversed. Near future is the Four of Cups. Your energy, Ten of Cups. Okay. Ten of Cups. External energy, Five of Swords. Interesting. Hopes and fears, Seven of Swords. And your final outcome is the Eight of Swords. You are at a turning point in love, Pisces. This feels like a wake-up call. Something is becoming undeniable and you can't unsee it anymore. This is about clarity replacing confusion, even when it's uncomfortable. So your significator is Judgment. This is Scorpio energy. This being your significator, this is your core energy. There is rebirth, reckoning, truth rising to the surface. You're being called to make a real decision in love. This might be reconnecting with someone from your past or closing a chapter with someone in your current. Either way, avoidance isn't an option anymore. Something or someone is asking you, are you in or are you out? Could be you asking yourself, could be your person asking you, could be a past person asking you. You're crossed by the Page of Swords. This is air energy. The challenge is communication, but not always honest or direct communication. Someone's watching and thinking and overanalyzing, and maybe checking in from a distance. That could be social media, stalking, talking to mutual connections to find out what's going on. This could be immature conversations, curiosity without any emotional depth. There's a lot here that's being thought about, but not enough that's being said. Your subconscious is the Eight of Pentacles. This is Virgo energy. Someone's been putting in effort and trying to fix the relationship or themselves and how they show up in the relationship. Doing the work, learning lessons, trying to improve patterns. It could also be a dynamic in the relationship where love started to feel like work instead of something flowing naturally and freely. Your recent past is the Six of Wands. This is Leo energy. This past shows a high point, attention, validation, public recognition of the relationship. This could have been a connection that looked good on the outside to others or felt like a win at one point. There was pride in this relationship, possibly a little bit of ego. But this was a connection that was admired. This was couple goals, you know, what they say, couple goals. When people saw you, they thought it looked like perfect couple. Your conscious goal. This is Death reversed. This is Scorpio energy. This is what's on your mind. You already know that something needs to end or transform, but there's some resistance to it. You or your person has been holding on past the expiration date. Fear of change, fear of loss, or just comfort. You know, not wanting to be uncomfortable because of change. Your near future is the Four of Cups. This is Cancer energy. This shows emotional detachment or disinterest. Someone's pulling back. All of these cards they're just confirming each other. Someone's pulling back, not fully engaging, acknowledging this isn't enough. This isn't what I signed up for. This isn't what I want in my happily ever after. This isn't happily ever after for me. This could be you realizing that you've been settling, or your person realizing that they've been settling, or that what you have just is not aligned with what you want anymore. Your energy, Ten of Cups. This is your card, Pisces. This is you at your core. You want something real. You don't want anything surface level. You don't want confusion. You don't want games. You want something that feels safe and aligned and genuinely happy and genuinely what people perceive as being couple goals. You want the real thing. This is important because it shows that your standards actually are high, even if you haven't always enforced them. Your external energy outside, how you are perceived. Five of Swords. The external environment is messy. This is conflict. This is tension. This is someone trying to win instead of resolve things. There could have been arguments, manipulation, situations where one person prioritized being right over being fair. This is not peaceful. This is ego-driven. Look at that. Shame, shame, shame. This is your hopes and fears. Seven of Swords. Aquarius again. Your fears is dishonesty, sneakiness, avoidance, someone not being fully transparent. And fears could be also what's hidden. For some of you, this is literal deception, lying, cheating, withholding truth. And for some of you other Pisces, this is avoidance, not showing up fully and not admitting either, lying by omission. And your final outcome, the Eight of Swords reverse. This is Gemini energy. This is you breaking free, Pisces. This is clarity. This is mental release. This is seeing the situation for what it is. You're not stuck in confusion or overthinking anymore. You are choosing yourself. You are stepping out of whatever has been trapping you. And even if that means walking away. So this starts with a wake-up call and ends with you freeing yourself. And in between, there's the avoidance, there's the mixed signals, there's the ego clashes, and there's possibly even the dishonesty that you've been trying to work through, but it just hasn't been meeting your emotional needs. You are moving from confusion, but you're moving from confusion and effort into clarity and release. So you've been pushed to face the truth about this connection that just hasn't been just honest or fulfilling. And once you stop resisting that, you free yourself, and that's where your real love shifts. The love in your life shifts. All right. Let's see what we've got here. See if we can find out anything more. Others' opinions, that would be this. I feel bound by my culture and my family's beliefs on how I should live my life. I'm working towards breaking free from limiting myself based on their beliefs. So that would suggest that for some of you, that your differences are culture-based, possibly different religions, or just different ways of being brought up, and that those things can't be avoided anymore. Religion is a big deal for a lot of people, and if those don't match, then that can be a problem. Let's see what we got here. See if we can find out a little bit more about your person. Emotional renewal. Release clears emotional space. Transition brings freshness. This is just more of here, getting out of it. Everything is pointing toward this ending. And I hate to be that blunt, but it feels like it's a done deal. It doesn't feel like there's really anything to salvage here. I mean, we've got the death card. It's finished. And then after the death, there is rebirth. Let's see. CEO energy, taking charge, making big decisions without apology, knowing your worth. I'm running the show. Suggests that you haven't been, and you're coming back into this CEO energy. And finding this part of you again, and calling the shots and making the decisions, because there haven't been any decisions being made. It's been a stuck situation. So you're finding your CEO energy. Make the change. Make the change. It's all over this. It's all over your reading. Make the change. Death. Come back into your energy. Emotional renewal. the culture clash and other people's opinions mattering. So let me know in the comments if this is you, Pisces. Let me know your situation. And I'm wondering what color blanket you chose, because this is feeling like a neutral color blanket for me. This is a brown blanket or a gray blanket for me. You're not afraid. Yeah, you're not, this is a tail end of a relationship. You're not in the throes of misery and tears and sleepless nights. You're getting very, very close to making this change. Making the change, to getting into your alignment. Is a whole lot of this energy in the universe. This reading, I feel like I've done for everybody. People are seeing their worth. People are not accepting illusion anymore, and people are getting into alignment, letting go what doesn't serve them, and finding their peace, even if that means being alone. This is a time to give rather than take. Giving to yourself. Giving a gift to yourself, a gift of emotional renewal. A gift of the CEO energy. Yeah, this is feeling, there's not a lot, this doesn't, it just feels like this relationship has run out of gas. There's zero wands. there's no wands, well, except for in your past here, when the couple goals card. But there's no fire. There's no passion in this reading anywhere, whether it be love, romantic attachment, fiery passion, or angry, fighting. There's none. There's nothing. This is tell the tree what you really think. This might be you feeling like you don't have anybody to talk to about your situation. There's opinions of others. You're not going to talk to these people because they've got too much to say, or it's not their business. And then you've got this external energy right here, this conflict, this tension. So you talk to the tree about your problems. Trees are alive. Trees have energy. They hear you. So tell the tree what you think. Pisces. Okay, let's go into the Hermit. You hurt me, but that's okay, I guess. You're beyond. You've had the hurt. You're beyond it. It's kind of over. It's kind of not a big deal anymore. That's why that's okay, I guess. Comes in. Yeah, you've recovered. Recovering/recovered. Closer to recovered. What is that? A 9? 9 is completion. So that's why it's okay, because you're over it. 9 is completion. I'm too afraid to talk to you. That's this lack of conversation, that there hasn't been conversations. You've just kind of been going through the motions and avoiding, and just kind of status quo, and seeing what happens, and no conversations have been had. So it's time, Pisces, to have the conversation. You matter. is just going back here to making the change, getting your emotional renewal. That's just more reaffirming that message that you matter, that this getting back in your CEO energy, you matter, finding that person who had that kind of passion for life. Because you're not really feeling the passion for life right now, Pisces. So let's see what crystals can help balance your energy in this situation. What crystals do you need in your energy for their energy? Here we go. Tourmaline quartz. Tourmaline quartz. With both the negativity fighting power of black tourmaline and the amplifying clarity of clear quartz, tourmaline quartz might just be the best thing to bring along in that often discussed desert island scenario. Who needs it? Anyone in need of a psycho-spiritual scrub. Where to put it? Wherever you intend to shine your brightest. When to use it? When it's time to shed a light on the vices, victims, and vampires in your life. Once you have a clear view of their whereabouts, it's that much easier to kick them back into the gutter where they belong. Restore your perfect light. Restore your perfect light. That CEO energy, that emotional renewal, that alignment. And then kunzites. Kunzites. I'm seeing so many of the same cards, even the same crystals, for people who are having very similar readings, who are going through this phase of alignment and letting go of what doesn't serve them. Kunzite is a high vibe, lithium infused lilac pink stone that glows with an energy that could be described in a word as cuddly. Who needs it? Anyone with a heavy heart about something and collectors of good vibrations. Where to put it? Place it on your heart and breathe deeply of kunzite's cotton candy essence, or hold it in your left hand and whisper sweet nothings to yourself. When to use it? Call on kunzite after a breakup or a major disappointment, or when you're beating yourself up about something. You don't need permission to be here. You belong. If you forget that, pause, tap into kunzite's prismatic vibration, and let love rule. Open up your love channel, Pisces. Open up your love channel. Okay. Who is this person, or who is just in your energy? When you are watching this reading, who is it? Their initials are H and or Y. First name, last name, one person or two people. H and or Y. Pisces, if you'd like a free reading in May, you could win one. Here's how. Hello, Tarot community. Want to win a free reading? To celebrate our new channel, we're giving away 2 free readings every single week in the month of May, and you could be one of the winners. Here's how to enter. First, make sure you're subscribed to this channel. Then, drop a comment below telling us one question you'd love answered in your reading. Be sure to let us know whether you want your reading with Simone or Taaj. That's it. Every Friday, we'll choose 2 winners, one for each of us. So your chances are great. Want bonus entries? Give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who could use a little guidance. Each one counts as an extra entry for that week. Winners will be announced every Friday beginning May 8th, so make sure you're subscribed and have your notifications turned on so you don't miss the announcement. We can't wait to connect with you. Good luck, and we'll see you in your reading. That's what I have for you, Pisces. If you'd like to take a deep dive into this specific situation, I do personal readings, and you can find that information in the description and the pinned comments. Pisces, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you the next time. Bye.